liability and our current liability for 2009. That number was $501,000. That's Lincoln County Board of Ed's. See, I had that on top of my head.
I would remember that.
Actually, I was just doing something with it a couple minutes ago. So going forward, we will recognize the current, like the, you know, we're paying on that every month. When my insurance is paid, $161 out of my insurance goes to fund the OPEB, $161 out of Dana's, Brenda's, everybody. So we're trying to pay current on it and keep it up to date. Now the part that is the past, there's a lawsuit out there, and I'm sure you've heard about that, Stephen. We are part of that lawsuit.
That was a lot of the discussion.
Yeah. Again, who knows what will happen? I really don't think the school board will have to pay for it. That is my personal opinion. I think the legislators will somehow come up with that money to pay all the past. But going forward, I think we're going to have to pay our share, and we are doing that.
So that was my initial question there. So we are have budgeted money. So next year we budget some monies to pay it off in increments or something.
The current portion, like it's called PAYGO now. PAYGO. So every month, a part of my premium. And what OPEB is, do you know what that is?
Yes.
It's other post-employee benefits, and what it is, it's school board retirees get a reduced health insurance premium cost. So instead of paying the full cost, it's reduced, and therefore that created a liability. And there's been all these new accounting changes because of all the Enrons and all those different, you know, organizations that went bankrupt, and all the banks and everything. So there's been all these changes to accounting procedures, and that's one of them, that you have to recognize this liability is hanging out there. So all states had to come in and start recognizing that the liability. Well, and recording it and putting it on the book so everybody can see what it is, you know, because it's just been hanging out there in la-la land, and there was never a cost put to it. So now, here's the cost. Lincoln County, your cost for that OPEB is $501,000.
Right. Well, that's why I just wondered if we were addressing it.
Yes.
And apparently you are. I'm glad to hear that. Because once again, just didn't know if we weren't dealing with it, and then we were faced with it. I'm like you. I mean, hopeful that boards won't be faced with it, but just the way Donna can share through the session we were on, there said somebody's going to pay for this, and ultimately, if it's not the school boards, then it's the state.
Yeah.
Then what does that mean? You know, they're going to have to come up with money somewhere. So you know, we may be paying for it in a different way, but at least it would be the board.
It's, you know, it's kind of like remember the retirement plan that they had for everybody, and it was unfunded, and you know, the legislature had to come and kick in all this money to pump that up and make that sure up.
I forget the amount of money it was statewide. I mean, some of it was
$7 billion or something.
Some ridiculous.
Of course, a lot of people have been for the last 2 years, and we've been talking about this, and that's why 50 out of 55 counties are involved in the lawsuit. There's a lot of concern.
But it was such, you know, like you say, it was such a.
You know, it's you know, we're a small county, and some of these bigger counties, you know, Kanawha, Berkeley, and
Kanawha, Wood, and Berkeley, those people were very adamant in their comments. You know, if they had a whole session on this. That's the reason we kind of expressed our memory.
We're in the car and doing everything that we're supposed to be doing. It's on our books, and we know what the number is, and we make payments every time we pay our insurance premiums. A portion of that, actually about about $68,000 goes to it's called RHBT, Retirement Health Benefit Trust Fund. So about $68,000 of our monthly premiums goes to that, and about another 200 some goes to just our regular health insurance program. So then that's considered the PAYGO portion of it.
Well, I mean, I guess once again, just being cautious.
Yes.
The worst case scenario here is you know, we get hit with this monies, and then they take away the stimulus monies, and you know, we're looking at some serious concerns. I'll ask one more question, and I'll be quiet. When will we know our carryover for this year?
Probably around the end of September. Yeah. I mean, I'll try to do it, you know, as fast as I can, but it's just so complicated anymore. It's not, you know, it's not real simple. I mean, I can tell you what the number is when I close the books tomorrow, but there's like, gobs of journal entries that have to be made to bring us up to the accrual basis of counting. So even if I gave you a number tomorrow, it wouldn't be correct.
Well, maybe that's good, because
Yeah.
we have 2 or 3 more months to see what evolves with some of these cases and all. We may have a better idea of what we need that for. Thank you, very good.
Okay.
Any further discussion? If not, we'll proceed to vote. All in favor of finance, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say no. Motion carries. Report review, Ms. Lewis.
Well, as you can see, we have one personnel item. Not to say that we do not have a large one still in Charleston that has not come back, and we were hopeful. But it's been there about 3 weeks now, and we're waiting. They've been on vacation, but they were kind enough to rush this one through for us. So,
Can I ask one question about
Yes.
this place? Ms. Scarborough, was she the person that was recommended by the,
no.
was it?
This person is coming to us from Jackson County, who is currently doing this program at Ripley High School.
She's
Very
doing
highly
this.
recommended.
This lady has a very competitive program at Ripley High School.
Well, I mean, that's great. I couldn't recall the name of the person.
Well, Donna and I discussed that. We couldn't either. We was wondering if it was the
Y'all
same
had-
person. Well, Mr. Polly, you have any?
I just want to extend my gratitude to everyone who's been so great to work with, board members and also staff members and people in the schools. It's been really great. You never know what to expect, of course, when